The dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club. At the club. Oh yes, the dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club. At the club. Oh yes, the dead's still at the club. Still at the club. The dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club. At the club. Oh yes, the dead's still at the club. Still at the club. The dead's still at the club. The dead's still at the club.
Hey Goldie, what's on today's to-do list?
Why, it's match day, Dave. Are you hoping for a full house tonight?
Not too fast. As long as we sell all the tickets, I don't care if you come down here.
We make more money from the tourists here, so I don't care if you come down here.
Nathan Filipic's got a boy for the night. His ex-missus said you better treat her kiddie right. He buys a kid a ticket and a burger and a Sprite. Got a train home, 200 if you like.
Cause I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money from the tourists here, so I don't give a monkey if you come down here.
Stop from where the pocket took a bully in the water. Yeah, but that's a rumble, but it can't get sore. Climbs more stairs than it did before. What's his old seat, then he's got to pay more.
Cause I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so I don't give a monkey if you come down here.
Kevin only goes to football with his wife. He did it as a kid and he's done it all his life, but he don't get a winter fuel allowance anymore. So he's gonna sell his ticket to a bloke for Singapore.
I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, but we don't give a monkey if you're here next year. I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, and I don't care if you come.
3 foot high and a liar. You dragged our club through the mire. Please take your horse and fuck off out of the door. Sully your poison and we just won't take any more.
Hello and welcome to Dad's Our Job podcast, the original footballing podcast for dads by dads. Tonight I'm joined by Callum Horton and Rob Horton. Boys, how are we getting on? We all good?
Yeah, good. Can I just say that is the longest intro video I've ever seen.
It's for a purpose, mate. It is all for a purpose.
It's for your agenda and only your agenda.
Yeah.
When did this stop being a dad's podcast and was a political West Ham football Premier League, a FIFA debate?
It involves concessions, which involves parenthood, which involves footballing legacy for parents and their kids.
Can I just say, me and Heather, right, have just sat here for 3.5 minutes, yeah, watching that video with no music and no speaking, because I don't know why, but these videos never come through with any audio at all. And literally, even Heather's looking over at me going, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, or mouthing, going, "What are you doing?" I'm going, "He's watching his video. He's doing his video."
Mate, if you do it on a laptop, you'll probably hear it. But I think it's something to do with like a mobile device, because when I streamed live on my mobile, the music didn't come out. So it might be that. It might be a mobile phone thing. But yeah.
I'll let the
Cal, I think you're glad you didn't hear it. Because you're glad you didn't hear it, mate. It was crap. And there was some bad language in it that you wouldn't have approved of either. So it's probably good that you didn't hear it. That's my 2 cents. And it was West Ham agenda. Like, come on.
It is West Ham agenda. It is West Ham agenda. But we can discuss that at some talking point later down the line. But
we can discuss how Daniel Levy's coming to West Ham to be the new chairman.
Oh God, can you imagine it?
Well, I know where he ain't going.
Hey, I'll tell you what, stranger things have happened.
No.
Stranger things have happened.
The strangest thing that ever happened to me was George Graham managing Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Did he win the Worthington Cup with Spurs as well?
I thought he was awful when he got sacked.
I thought he won the Worthington Cup. I'll have to have a look at this. People in the chat can help me out here. did George Graham win a
But
trophy
it would take
for
one of
Spurs?
Arsenal's most successful managers had to help Tottenham over the line. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at this. Anyway, how's family life been, boys?
Do you want to go
Really
first,
good
Rob?
this week. Yeah, I'll go first. Today's been a big week. This week's been a big week in our household. So I landed Monday morning back from a weekend in Finland working. Went to work and then came home, and from then on it was all about getting ready for Alea going to school and for Danny going back to school. Now, in fairness, I didn't have to do very much because Kelly did all the heavy lifting on this. But Wednesday morning, I got to take Alea to her first day at primary school. It was wonderful. It was special, and it was really nice to see her do something like that. Like that kind of thing is a real gift, and I think sometimes we take it for granted how special it is to be able to take your kids to school in the morning. It's not wasted on me. But seeing her do it for the first time was really special. She's not had it easy. She's had lots of health issues and whatever. So seeing her go to primary school as a big girl was super special. Danny also went back the same day. So Danny was going back into year 8. And he's growing. He's like a man nowadays. He's big and he's strong and whatever. So it was pretty special to see him do that. But it was also really special to take a lad to big school. And she's had lots of love and whatever. So yeah, she's enjoying it. I think it's an adaptation it's an adapting process. But two days in, because she went in yesterday for the first time, and she seems to be doing really well. So yeah, what about you guys?
Yes, I've had the opposite. So Bo, as this has been his last week at his nursery, he's joining a new nursery tomorrow. So I take Bo to nursery and obviously pick him up from nursery because it's on the way to work. And like I say, today was actually his last day, so it's sort of bittersweet because even though over the years, he's been going there since 9 months, and what is he, 3 now? So yeah, over two and a bit years. Some mornings you sort of rushing to get out of the door because you're going to be late or whatever to try and get him to nursery, and then you drop him at nursery, and then sometimes he don't he wants to talk to you, or don't want to say goodbye yet or whatever. And then you go into work, and you're sort of cutting it fine. That is probably the last time I will ever be able to take Bo to nursery or school, because obviously working in the school, and obviously the times that I've got to be at work, I won't ever get to do a drop off again or pick up, because obviously I start at 8 and I'll finish at 5, 5:30. And that, obviously the times I drop Bo off at nursery, I won't. That's it. I won't. Obviously, once he goes to school, I won't be able to do it. So, and obviously now he's at his new nursery. Heather's taking him because it's up this way, not on the way to work. So yeah, it's sort of a little bit sad, and I don't know about you. It's really been playing on my mind if we'd been doing the right thing. So we're moving Bo because we want him to try forest school, and from months and months and months, he's got such a good friendship group at nursery. It's do you want to take him out of that to then try this forest school and experience something that he probably won't get a chance to do again? Well, he won't get a chance to do because they won't do obviously when he goes to school, and take him away from his friends. But then in a year's time, he's going to be taken away from his friends anyway, because he's going to be going to school, and the school that he's going to, the friends at the old nursery will won't be going to that school, because that's one. It's like a half an hour distance difference, and they're not going to. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense. So where this new nursery, he might have a chance of 2 or 3 of them going to his school. So the dream is that he goes there, loves it, makes friends, and then goes up to his new school with friends. But that also might not happen either, because he might be the only one moving up to his new school. And do you know what I mean? It's hard because all you want to do is for them to be happy and experience things, but then is he going to miss out? Oh, I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? But yeah, it's been. I mean, other than that, yes. I mean, other than the stress of that, it's been a good week. And obviously, going back the first week back to school and getting back in the routine and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope tomorrow goes well. Really. Anyone got any advice?
Where he's going is a good place.
Yeah, I hope so.
Alea was there for ages, weren't she? So
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the Nottingham Forest School is very good for youth people, youth players, I think.
I mean, it's just, I mean, I know like we've all made loads of decisions so far, like medical decisions, and whatever other decisions that you make. Just picking a nursery in the first place, is an hard thing to do, and it's like he's only young, and you think how many bloody other decisions have I got to make that are going to be hard? It's going to be thousands, isn't it? And I'm thinking I'm fretting over this one, and it's probably not even that big a one, because as Rob just said, it's an incredible place where he's going. It's just it's just stress in it. Just stress being a dad. I don't know. Fingers crossed we've done the right thing. We're doing it for the right reasons. That's what I keep saying.
He's resilient. He'll be fine.
Yeah. He's more resilient than me. That's what it is. Yeah.
You're one of them, mate.
Yeah, I am.
One of them.
Yeah, because I want to make sure. I don't want him to end up like me. That's why.
Well, then don't give him a reason to end up like you.
Nah, that's why Ever does it. No, obviously I put an act in front of him. It's all an act in front of him, but behind closed doors. Yeah.
Send him to the claret and blue side of the family. He'll soon toughen up, mate.
To be fair, you're probably right there. That's actually probably quite true.
We ain't got any family members from Burnley.
Yeah. Aston Villa.
I thought he was going to go Villa. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's a good character, Bo. And you didn't get the Forest joke in between that. Rob did. You did.
No, because I'm actually trying to share. I mean, I'm actually trying to have a serious moment.
Okay, sorry, mate.
There's time for banter. That's when we start talking about West Ham. That's when the banter comes in.
Oh, mate, you can banter away. Yeah.
And Connie's not been well?
No, Connie hasn't been well today. I dropped her off this morning.
Catch what you gave her. You had last week.
Mate, I've still got it. I can't shift it.
I like how you've added that in there. Yeah, well done. Is Kerry in the room?
I got calamitis. Anyway, so basically, I've picked Connie up from nursery. So I dropped her off. She said, "Daddy, I feel a bit sick." I'm like, "Oh, you maybe just need a bit of toast or something. Just go in there and see how you get on." Dropped her off. Within 5 minutes, I got off a call saying, "Connie's been sick. Can you come pick her up?" I was like, "Great." Luckily, I was working from home, so I could literally keep an eye on her whilst I was still working. And but yeah, she's been throwing
working
up all
from
day
home
today.
is a loose thing for you, though, isn't it?
It is loose, yeah.
Working from home is a loose thing for you, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember that time you were working from home, we were playing FIFA.
No,
Adam's boss watches this.
Yeah, he does.
Nah, it's his old boss. I'm not no more.
No, that time we played FIFA was because I was off work.
Yeah, me too.
and then you brought falafel in for lunch.
Yeah, it was good, that. I'm still a vegetarian then.
Yeah, still. So basically she's been throwing up all day. She's been watching Peppa Pig and stuff, but she had a 2-hour nap at 3:30. And then Kerry coming from work, which she works in London today, and she's been a completely different child. And I've had to keep muting myself here because I can hear Kerry go up and down the stairs because Connie's shouting down, saying "Mummy," every time she wants to get something in her bedroom and she should be going to sleep. So she's a bit overtired because she's had an additional 2 hours sleep today.
Oh, you stitched Kerry right up, mate.
Oh, mate. Yeah,
you're that guy. Right. You're that dad. Oh, no.
Yeah.
So he basically fed her all tranquilizer so she could sleep for 2 hours, so that Kerry has to do all the work tonight. Liberty.
Bad.
Right. You play your card, right? Yeah, but basically we've had the illness and stuff. It's been caught from nursery and other family members. But we was in Southampton last weekend to celebrate my nephew's 16th birthday. Can you believe that? Do I look old enough to have a nephew that's 16?
Yes.
Yes.
Mate, if you go to my school, we've got people with uncles and stuff in the same year.
It reminds me of that film. Was it Father and the Bride? Father and the Bride 2? Where like like her brother is her. Yeah, it's like a weird thing happening there. But yeah, that's weird. There's like the uncle is younger than the nephew or something or whatever. But yeah. So happy birthday, Bob. 16. He's a fantastic bass guitarist.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can you be 16 and called Bob? Get out of here.
Bobby, his name is Bobby. Named after Bobby Moore.
Get out of here. 16 called Bob.
Yeah.
You've got 5 kids and a mortgage, Bob. Bob Orton.
And a wooden leg.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no
he plays the bass guitar and listens to blues jazz.
Hi, my name's Bob.
Yeah.
Bob the bass player.
Yeah, Bob Beckett.
Bob Beckett.
No, that's not it. Who's the tennis player? No, Bob. Who was the guy that used to do talk sport with the golf?
He died recently.
He did die recently. You know what I'm talking about, though?
Bob Butker.
That's it. He had the deepest voice. Oh, he was great.
Ain't there a Bob that used to do the painting on TV?
That is.
No, that's Bob Ross.
Oh, is it? Bob Ross, that's it.
Bob Ross. Yeah, give him a little friend there. There's a little friend there.
I'm going to pay this in a fluffy cloud.
Have you heard about the Bob Ross conspiracy?
What's the Bob Ross conspiracy?
It's basically the conspiracy is that Bob Ross was a serial killer, right? And he used to paint the places where he buried bodies. And he'd be like, let's put a little friend there. And the little friend was the guy underground who was dead. Let's put a little friend there. And that was like a point. Right there.
Nothing reminds me of nothing surprised me with America and Americans. Anything can happen over there.
You know what? Bob Ross Paints is on BBC 4. At something like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, when you're scrolling to find something on TV, BBC 4 just happens to appear. But Bob Ross actually painting is on BBC 4.
I listen to Bob Ross to go to sleep with. ASMR Bob Ross. It's great.
Listen, he's still got a massive profit. I'm sure he makes something £1 million a year.
Yes, I do. I'll find it. I'll show you. I'll send you a link. It's really good.
Play it. I don't believe you.
I'm not putting it on that. We're going to get our YouTube page taken down again.
No, I'll do it then. Bob Ross ASMR, is it?
Yes, sir.
I
want your apology to be as loud as your disagreement.
Well done.
Bob Ross ASMR. And there's loads of people who copy him as well, and they do ASMR ones as well, painting. Just saying.
Oh my God, it is
Bob
as well.
Ross ASMR. You ready to say sorry yet? Ready to say your story set? Yeah.
What's that?
Look. Bob Ross ASMR. Wasn't lying.
Oh no, this is an account. This can't be right. Bob Ross ASMR.
Copyright, mate.
I know it's International Week and we ain't got much to talk about, but come on, lads. Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Huh? No, I want to talk about rate our windows.
I want to rate our windows.
That's a good segue with a conspiracy theory of Bob Ross, because we're going to try and do a conspiracy episode with 2 new people to the channel. So watch out for that in the coming months, because I'm not interested in conspiracy theories whatsoever, but Rob is bang on conspiracy theories. Are you as well, Cal?
Yeah, I love a conspiracy theory. Yeah, 100%.
Oh God. Okay. Well, it'll be you 2 then, plus the other 2, because I'll just sit in the background and listen, or I'll just be the one that I'm the canvas, and you just have to paint me just like Bob Ross.
By the end of it, he'll be sitting there with a tin hat on. Tin foil hat.
The only conspiracy
Guys,
argument
they're coming.
and that's it.
With candles,
coming, lads.
glasses of water everywhere.
It looked like a scene from Final Destination.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have my next door neighbour Joe on. He'll be talking sense.
Oh god.
He's more into aliens. I'm more into the pyramids. All right.
He's
Shall
more
we?
into pool at 2:00 in the morning and pissing off the neighbours, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a little post on Facebook about that.
So Joe, future presenter on that Dodge job, he bought a pool table. He bought a pool table, and put it in his garden, and has been playing it throughout the summer. And all the neighbours finally got the ump and put a Facebook post on him and calling him out, saying, "Can you stop wrecking up balls at 2:00 in the morning, please?"
That was the one night I didn't go over as well, so I was really pleased.
Imagine if there was a pool table ASMR to send people to sleep.
It'd have to be snooker, I reckon. You couldn't do it with Paul. We'd have to be a snooker table ASMR.
A slow clash of the balls. Actually, that sounded really wrong. I think we should move on to transfer window.
Let's just rate our windows, shall we, rather than rating our ASMR fetishes. Cal, I thought it'd be interesting to rate our windows because, by all accounts, I thought Arsenal did a very good job, and I thought Berta came in and did exactly what we've been crying for, and perhaps showed where we were lacking in Edu over the past few years, because you'd have to think that maybe if we'd had Berta earlier, we might have done it earlier. And obviously that doesn't mean anything this year because Liverpool have had a very good window also. Man City haven't hit the ground running. We'll talk about the Arsenal-Liverpool game later. But in terms of our window, incomings, we've had Kepa, Zubimendi, Norgard, Gyökeres, Mosquera, Eze, Madueke, and Hinshapi. I think that's how you say it. So we've basically strengthened across the team. We've raised floors and ceilings. We've got a lot more depth. It looks like we've kept hold of the people that we needed to keep hold of within that as well. I'm not going to lie. I think our outgoings could have been better. And I'm still not sure whether we dealt with the left wing problem. I know that they're going to play Eze there, but I can take or leave Eze at left wing. I think probably I'd like him going through the middle, but then that would, create issues for Odegaard. So I get it. But what do you think about the window?
I think historically, you've got to say it's probably 11 out of 10 in the sense of we've probably never, ever got so many players in the door in one. Well, we haven't. Fact that we never got so many players in the door in one window, and probably such big name players in the door, as well as these big name players wanting to come to Arsenal, and actually, choosing Arsenal over certain teams. I think, in that sense, it's an 11 out of 10. I am slightly worried that it could be too many players in one window and could upset the change. Not upset the change room, but it's going to take a while for them to blend. And with our opening fixtures, we probably haven't got a while to blend, even though we've had, two good. Well, I would say three decent results. And like I say, I'll talk about that when we get to the Liverpool game later. I think the only thing that I'm actually really happy about, but slightly worried about as well, is that I think our best signing is probably the one that, not me as necessarily as a fan, but I know a lot of Arsenal fans didn't want, and I think he's had the biggest outcome, and that's credit to him, and obviously Berta and Arteta for seeing it in him. But Madueke, I think he has been our best signing, or he's hit the ground running out of anyone. And I've been really, really, really impressed with him. And that is full. I mean, I liked him anyway, but I know he was getting a lot of stick and undue stick, in my opinion. But I think he's been is fantastic. But against Liverpool, he was our only threat, and he looked so dangerous running down that right wing. And I think
I have to agree.
Yeah, I'm
really
quite
pleased.
excited. I'm
happy as well because you look at who we got, and then I'm being cynical, but we got so much stick from Chelsea fans for signing Madueke, and they replaced Madueke with Garnacho, and I just feel like we got the better deal.
Yeah,
I really do. And the guy signed. The reason why I like this signing because he signed believing or knowing that he was the backup to Saka. Right? He knew that. But one of the things I liked about that was he was like, "Yeah, I'll play backup, but I'm not here to be a backup." You know, like I like the fact that he backs himself to try and unsettle our best player. Right? Now, if you're doing that and that is the training environment, Saka's like, he could rest me or rotate me, whereas Saka never had that threat before. All of a sudden, and obviously, you know, I'm not getting ahead of myself. Saka is the preferred right winger, right? But if Saka's thinking I'm going to have to work a little bit harder and be better than he already is, like that's an incredible competition to have on the right wing. And Madueke's not been doing bad on the left wing either. All right. He's not here to be a left winger. That's going to be Eze's job. The other person I wanted to give a shout out to, by the way, is my guy came off the bench for Saliba and nearly kept a clean sheet, barring a banging free kick. Masquera, 12 million, might be not the signing of the summer, but this guy could be the bargain of the summer.
Yeah, good shout.
Because he's got it all. He's strong, he's agile, he can play, and he's calm. Like Masquera could be a signing that we are really, you know, because we're all, none of us are in denial. Like we are fully aware that we could be losing Saliba to Real Madrid at some point, right? At least we've got someone and we think this boy's young, this boy could grow, and for the time being, we could have big Gabs next to him because we've got big Gabs till he's at least 30, unless someone comes in with ridiculous money that we can't turn down. And even then, on the other side, we've got Calafiori and Hinshape. So, like, I'm not saying these are players I want to lose, but the depth there is encouraging, you know, and I think that's something that we haven't had. This is why I like this window so much, because the window has not just improved the floor, it's improved our ceiling as well.
Can I just...
Sorry, Mark.
Can I just say...
We can rate your window as well.
Who's Mark? Who's Mark?
Marky Mark. You've muted yourself, Adam. Mark.
We'll get Mark on, yeah. I mean, listen, just going back to Saka, you talk about, you know, knocking him off his pedestal or, you know, making him a bit more wary. You know, I wouldn't say, I mean, obviously we don't know what's going on in training ground or changing room, but he ain't had the greatest start to this season. I would say it's probably the worst start I think I've ever seen Saka have since he's come into the first team, where he hasn't, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but he hasn't had, I mean, for being such a star boy, it's uncharacteristically not like him, but he hasn't been great the last 2 games. Obviously, I know he went off injured, but he has, you know, it's not been his normal self. He didn't look a threat. He didn't even, well, the ball didn't seem to come through him at all. So having Madueke, I think, is even more exciting in the sense of, from what I've seen, he's a starter. I think he was a starter for Chelsea, but I think he is a starter in most Premier League teams. And I think if he gets a real good run and is loved and receives that love, I think he is going to be ridiculous. I do also want to touch on Eze. Obviously, we haven't seen nothing on the pitch though as of yet. I know he came on against Liverpool, but as a person and the background and just how he comes across as a bloke, I think what a player to bring in. I think I mentioned it last week, and obviously Rob weren't here, but I keep going back. I must have watched that video again of him walking down that out to the Arsenal fans, and it almost gives me, I don't know, it's because obviously it's every, I suppose, Arsenal fan's dream as a boy to play for the club, be a fan of the club, and then come back and play. But it gives me goosebumps, and I know I said it last week, but it gave me proper like Henri aura. Like I think there's something magic. I think he's going to be. I think there's going to. He just gives me this. I don't know. There's like an aura around him. I think he's going to be some. He's going to do something
Can I
this
just
year.
add to that as well?
Yeah.
I just want to add to that as well. Like one of the things, and then Adam will rate West Ham's window, or we'll get your dad on. But I also think that collectively there's quite, and there appears to be quite a strong contingent of like-minded players of the team. So, for example, you have got Saka with like this really kind of deep faith, and then you look at Eze with this kind of really deep faith, and then you've got Madueke with this kind of really. You've got lots of players who
Gabriel,
have similar, very strong belief systems. But you know, when sometimes some of it looks a bit performative, people come on the pitch and they do a cross and stuff, and it just looks a bit performative. For these guys, it looks like genuine lifestyle choices, and so or lifestyle focuses. And I think that could be quite good for the dressing room as well, when you've got people of all, like-minded commitments, because everyone has different faiths, which is fine. But I mean, like-minded commitments to faith, and I think that kind of thing.
Well, it bonds people, doesn't it? It's something
for the dressing room as well.
I mean, it doesn't have to be faith related, but I think they've all got quite similar backgrounds, like Saka, Madueke, Eze, Gabriel, and a few others. That's only going to bring them closer together. I know, for instance, there's other things. Living in London, growing up in London, it's almost like an understanding that you have. As soon as someone says, "Oh, I was brought up in London," you sort of go, "Oh yeah, I know." This struggle. You understand the struggle. It's like nice, isn't it? It's true. Like when kids come from school and I go, "Oh, where have you come from? Like, where's your mid-year transfer?" And I'm like, "Oh, where you come? London." And "Oh, yeah, I'm from East London. I'm from Newham." And they go, it's almost like a look as if to go, "Yeah, you know what it's all about." I don't know.
You get me.
Yeah, you get me. It is, and I think that's only going to be good for the changing room. Do you know what I mean? So I am so excited, and I actually think Eze is going to do something big this year. I honestly see him scoring a winner in something major this year. But yeah, I see him going down and being I don't want to say statue because I don't I know he's 26, but yeah. Oh, can I just add before we go into Adam's?
Keown signed when he was 27.
Huh?
Just saying. Keown signed when he was 27. Ian Wright signed when he was 28.
Well, I was just about to say about Ian Wright. Adam, before we go on to West Ham, I just want to get this on. There is something going around on Instagram and probably TikTok and everywhere else, but I've seen it on Instagram. Ian Wright should have a statue for what he's done, not just for women's football, but for Arsenal and and all the stuff that he does for football. He should have a statue outside the Emirates Stadium. If Tony Adams, if Henri, Bergkamp all have a statue, Arsene Wenger, for what he does for the club and as a legend and still does for the club and for women's football, he should have a statue outside Emirates, in my opinion. And I know it's an opinion of a lot of people.
Have you heard the plug for his statue, Cal?
Go on.
The plug for his statue. Someone's been plugging that rather than having Ian Wright in his Arsenal kit, one of the plugs I saw was to have Ian Wright on a bench so that you could go and sit next to him.
Yeah, because he's a mate, isn't he?
Like an elder for the club, isn't he? And he's like one of those people with respect, people that you could talk to. He doesn't distance himself from who he is. Yeah. He's very real. So that was one of the plugs I saw on social media. It's unlikely, but I kind of like that because he's the most personable of all the legends that we've ever had.
Yeah,
he's the one that's always with it. I just thought it was a nice idea, so I wanted to put that out there as well.
Yeah, that's
but yeah, should we talk West Ham's window?
I was going to say, touching on the Ian Wright thing, I think is a good idea because that way the fans get to engage and interact with something that's going to be there quite permanent. Because you can just imagine those yourself, for instance yourselves, you've grown up watching Ian Wright, and now he's become that person. You can actually sit down there, and you take your kids up to the Emirates. You can actually have your kids sitting next to Ian Wright. I think that would be really, really good. A good touch of class, really.
He's an elder.
Yeah.
I always say if I could have a dinner table of 5 people, who would I have? He would be on my dinner table every single time. Do you know what I mean? I always ask the kids at school, if you could have 5 people to sit down and have a dinner with and have a chat with, who would it be? and Ian Wright is on there every single time for me. Absolute legend.
Yeah. Would you just have a table of Wrights? Because then you could have Mark Wright, Ian Wright, you.
I have Mark Wright.
You could have Ian Wright,
Richard Wright.
Richard Wright. Also, to confirm that, Tabs actually messaged me to sign a petition to get the statue done, and I've done that to show,
send that to me.
Show my support. I'll send that over.
Send that to me. I'll sign that now.
Well, that's a good segue talking about going on to West Ham, because now we're joined by Grandad's dad job, Tony.
Hey. Yeah,
why are you wearing an Arsenal shirt?
Why are you wearing all the Arsenal shirts? Blimey, that's a big one, isn't it? I've had this is
Joey from Friends.
No, this is an oldie, mate. I've had this for years. West Ham till I die, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, nice top, mate. If you like that kind of thing.
Well, I do. How you been? All right?
Yeah.
Good, mate.
I was just listening earlier to your Bob Ross analogies and your conspiracy theories. I'll just put one out there before you talk about football. What do you think on the Elvis? Bob Joyce. Don't you think that? Go on.
No, I heard. No, the only thing I know about the Elvis conspiracy is that he went to someone. He spoke to someone, didn't he? And he said, "I want you to help me make me disappear." Is it the one with the homeless guy, Elvis?
No, he's at the moment he's a pastor. He's a pseudonym. He used to be. He used to be called Bob Joyce. What? When you look at Elvis's gravestone, his middle name is spelt wrong. And people saying, "Oh, like he's spelt Aaron wrong with only one A instead of two A's." You wouldn't do that, would you? Perhaps he is. Perhaps he is.
What type of pasta is he on? Fuseli or is he funny?
Funny man. Yeah, I'll do the gags. Huh?
Elvis is dyslexic and he can't read.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, Elvis lives. That's what it is. Anagram.
Well, they say Tupac's alive as well, so who knows?
Yeah. Michael Jackson, they're all there, aren't they?
We'll save this conspiracy for the conspiracy episode. I think it's going to open up so many portals.
I was laughing earlier when I must admit. Bob Ross, get 10 units of sleep.
Good night.
Just watch West Ham at the minute. That's doing that for you.
And he scored 3 goals at the weekend.
I know. We had a little purple patch last weekend. Credits where credits due.
I thought you looked decent last weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
no, it looked all right.
Forest as well, by the way.
Yeah,
that's going to be a short feed.
I'm not falling for it.
No, good sign.
It's only one game now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not falling for it. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of this.
No, not yet.
I'm afraid.
Potter in. That's what I say. Potter in.
You talk about conspiracy theories. You're getting Levy in. Mourinho's going to be your next manager. Ten Hag's going to be his assistant, and Alex Ferguson's coming back.
Yeah. Frank Lampard, the one that Adam said in the week, was it last week? Frank Lampard Jr. as our manager. Turn it in.
No, that would never happen.
There's no doing that, mate. You've just done that for
He's feeling
clickbait.
ill, Tony. He's feeling ill.
I bet he is, yeah. He is. It made me feel ill too when I listened to that. But no, I can't be having that.
See, this is where you've got two different generations of West Ham fans here, because you've obviously grown up. Obviously, Dad, you've been my age when Frank Lampard come into the frame, and obviously there's a lot of subjective there, because not saying you personally, but your generation is because everyone thought he got given a route into West Ham because he was Harry Redknapp's nephew and Frank Lampard's son. And
that is.
And there's almost that kind of like, you don't deserve to be here because you've been given this opportunity. And Harry was right, in terms of he's one of the most talented players to come through the academy, and he proved it at another club, sadly. So,
who was the player that he pushed out originally? Because it was a player that
there was a big. I can't remember his name, to be fair. But then there was a guy. No, it wasn't Maitland. No, there was a guy that he quoted. He goes, "Why are you giving him a go? Why is Frank getting a go?" Redneck.
That's right.
He spun it round and went like he's going to be 10 times the player. He played for England and all that. And
I think he ended up at Charlton, the player.
Yeah, he didn't do much. No, he didn't do much. I forget the guy's name. He escapes me in a minute. But no, be fair. I mean, Lampard, he was, he worked hard. He was a little chubby kid, wasn't he? But he worked hard. He put all the work in. He done all the right things, and he done all right stuff. But what annoyed me, like his dad got sacked or whatever it was over the Rio deal with Redknapp, and they both waltzed, and then he left. That's what done me with him. He just left. He chucked his toys out the pram and sulked, and that's why there's such a hatred for him now. If he'd just give us another season, I mean, Michael Carrick, when we got relegated, he stayed for a year. And he had to go Defoe, Darmy. We got relegated to Birmingham. 15 minutes later, he put a transfer request in. And people say, "Why'd you hate him?" What do you expect? You know what I mean? He didn't even see it out. Didn't see the season out. Yeah. But anyway, that's enough about my era.
Well, talking of Defoe leaving, I think it was just touching on rating the transfer window. What do you think about the transfer window then, Dad?
Well, the forward line, that worries me. I know they've got Wilson in, and I know he scored a goal, and I know he looked lively for 20 minutes, but if we've got to rely on Wilson for the rest of the season, like, we're in trouble. We're banging trouble. You can't rely on him. He's got hamstrings like cotton threads, hasn't he? One good sprint.
Matt Holland. Matt Holland.
Was it Matt Holland? You sure? I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
Scott Cannon, Mark's just said.
Who?
Scott Cannon was the other bloke.
Scott Cannon, that's right. Yeah, Ozzy's right. That is right. Yeah, that's the name. Scott Cannon.
It was Matt Holland. Yeah. It was Matt Holland.
Tell him he's been Googling again. Ozzy. Okay. He didn't know that at the top of his head.
I used to buy him as LMA manager back in the day, Matt Holland. There was a game back in the day called LMA Manager, and Matt Holland had really good passing stats, so I always used to buy him for my midfield.
He wasn't a bad player, Matt Holland, to be fair. He wasn't a bad player. Did he play for Ipswich as well? Did he go to Ipswich?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I bought him from.
Irish international, wasn't he? Republic of Ireland, yeah. No, he wasn't a bad player. No, he's our transfer. He's trying to get a bit of young legs in the side, doesn't he? I mean, that centre half, I don't know how that works out. He was signing for Crystal Palace from Brighton, and had it on his bomb list, didn't he? And then that coming to us. That scuppered the Dewey deal for Liverpool. I mean, the guy looks a beast, doesn't he? I mean, I wouldn't like meeting in a dark alley. Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? He looks a beast. But I mean, going back to a back four and things like that, I think that's what we need to do with because you've got to stop the crosses in, because our we can't defend crosses. I mean, the goalkeeper's like Dracula, the new bloke, isn't he? Wow, he don't like crosses, does he? Jesus, blimey, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have put it. Yeah, I wouldn't have put him in. I think Potter made a mistake there. First 2 games, put him in. He had no pre-season, no behind the door game with him or nothing. Threw him straight in. He should have kept Ariola in first 2 games. Got to the Wolves Cup match, stuck him in. He didn't. He hung him out to dry, didn't he? You know what I mean? Well, he played a bit better against Forest. Didn't have much to do, to be fair. But people say he's a good keeper. I mean, I've yet to see it, but there you go. Yeah,
I think he's a competent keeper. I'll say that because I think he's Graham Potter's number 1. I think Ariola. We've had this debate, and Garen, my cousin and your nephew, has said, being a goalkeeper himself, he's a shot stopper, and his ball distribution and decision making is always questionable. And I think we've got a better goalkeeper. I think we've enhanced that area. But I would have preferred someone like Zion Suzuki. I've said this before. He was linked, but I think the price tag of £35 million threw West Ham off the scent.
That guy you've been banging on about, he's just got a Man United, hasn't he?
Oh, Sanny Lemons. I picked him as well. Yeah, I think he's good, and I think he was cheaper than Hamadson. But I think because of the stature that he's got, I think he was always going to go to a bigger club, regardless whether we had a fee agreed or not. But I think he's got like Peter Cech vibes in terms of Chelsea. I think he could be their long-standing number 1 for quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's a good keeper. But yeah, I say goalkeeper wise, I'm content with it. I think Areola's still going to go because the Turkish window's still open, so we could leave. But then that leaves us with.
But that'd leave us short, wouldn't it? Though, wouldn't it? And what would we do? Would have then?
You're allowed to get a goalkeeper on loan.
Oh yeah, is that right?
Any time in the season, if you're allowed to get a goalkeeper on loan, from what I'm aware of.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
if we sell Areola, we can get a goalkeeper in on loan.
Yes, if it's a first team goalkeeper and there isn't another signed goalkeeper to the first team, you're allowed to get one on loan. I'm sure that's the rule.
I never knew that. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. That's interesting. Oh,
that didn't happen in the Premier League recently, over the last sort of 10 years. I remember that being profiled.
Yeah.
No, well, I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
That's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? But surely
there's quite a high-profile club that tried to do it as well.
Yeah, it wasn't Man United, was it? Who was it? It was a big club. It was a club, wasn't it, that lost their goalkeeper and they did sign someone. Thinking about it, I can't think who it was now.
It was in the Premier League.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah,
I do remember.
Right. Yeah,
I think we need Mark Laws to Google this. I think.
Yeah. Well, get on the phone.
Yeah. How would you rate the window then out of 10, Dad?
A dodgy 7, I reckon. A dodgy 7, mate. I don't think he's covered all the bases. Do you really? I know we got the centre half in last minute. I mean, I think we're still struggling for something in midfield. He should have got rid of players. He should have got rid of Ward-Prowse's. I mean, Alvarez, he's gone out on loan, but we've got nothing for him. Hold on, phone's clicked.
Did you see his debut for Fenerbahce?
No.
Oh, mate, he had a shocker. He had an absolute shocker. I think he's rated 5.5 out of 10.
Now, when they leave, they're dead to me. No. I mean, again, he's another player that's disappointed me. I mean, I gave him chances. I think he's a good player in there, but his attitude's terrible, isn't it? That is terrible, like forcing a move like that.
Again, I think if he, in his heart of hearts, if you asked him, did he want to leave at the start of the window, he would have left. And I think Potter has never been able to have the opportunity of working with him. I think he sat down with him and said, look, this is how I see you playing. This is what you can see. This is what I need a second chance from you because I've never been given a first one. And I think Gerd's gone, okay, fair enough. I'll stay. I'll have my pre-season. I'll play the games. And I think in the first 2 games that he played, we conceded 11 goals or 8 goals, wasn't it? So obviously the tried and tested leap of faith in Potter has failed because he's failed the player, and I think, you know what, he's probably just going, you know what, I've got to move to Marseille now. I'm going to go because I gave him.
But he went from the back 3, didn't he? And he's gone to the back 4, and it stopped the crosses coming in, and that was like, I thought they'd done well. I think the future could sign him. I think he'd be a good signing for us, but we're going to lose him, and we're going to lose Wan-Bissaka and the AFCON. So like we've got to rely on Scholes, haven't we? And we've got to rely on.
I've got a lot of faith in Scholes. I think he'll do well, and he'll outlast Juve at the club, if I'm honest, because someone will come in for Juve and he'll go to make a bigger move for a profit. And I think Scholes is there. He'll be the long-term left back for West Ham in years to come. If I had to rate it, I'd probably say West Ham of probably 5, maybe even pushing it a 6 out of 10.
Well, I'd say a 7 because we've got the young legs in. We've got a few more players coming back. There's things behind the scene in the training ground that we don't see in it, like Somerville coming back. You've got Guilherme to come back. Perhaps we might be too. You know, we've got to give the geezer the benefit of the day. He works from day in, day out, doesn't he?
You've also got the resurgence of Potts, haven't you? Like, that guy's going to into the first team. That's got to be a good thing. Yeah, it's good. But then we've bought 2 players. It's going to hinder his progress, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I don't think he's physically ready. I think he's a good ball player. I think he's got a good distribution. I think he likes to get stuck in the tackles. But I think physically, I think he just needs to develop this season to make a claim for next season. Because otherwise he's going to get lost in the shuffle very easily. And if you're playing in the centre of midfield, you're going to get bullied. I mean, us or Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez up against him in that towards the last half hour of the West Ham game, and he did look like a boy amongst men. And I think sometimes you just need to have that little bit of growth spurt and development in, put the weight on, do the muscle training, and improve your game that way. Because I think every other area he does well, but I think there's going to be times when he's going to be on the ball and he's going to get pushed off so easily, and it's going to create a counter attack, and that's what I'm worried about. I think he's gone.
I was just saying, the thing is, a year makes a year. If the year is what you're thinking, a year can have a big difference. Like if you look at Miles Lewis-Skelly when he was getting his trials, and look at him now, he's a bloke. Ranieri looks like a bloke, and it's funny because Dalman has the potential to be one of the best players that's come through.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
But he's not a big lad right now, is he? He's not a big lad. He just kind of twinkles, doesn't he? He just kind of twinkles through the thing. I'm not trying to hijack, but I'm just trying to say, like, if Dalman aside, when you compare, say, Potts with like a Skelly or a Ranieri, they're both 17 and 18. You can see what difference the year makes for those two players. So hopefully it'll have the same for. How old is Potts?
20.
He's about 20. He's been out on loan a few times, hasn't he? He's been out to
over the season,
Wickham and Portsmouth, isn't it? So he's had a lot of game time.
That's on him to bulk up, then, isn't it? He's got to sort that out. He's 20. Got to get on.
But then you look at that Guilherme. That Guilherme, he come in. He was slight when he came. He's bulked out a bit this year, and mind you, he's hurt his shoulder. He might be lifting the weights. I don't know, but he hasn't been playing. But when he gets back,
that's the thing, isn't it? You've got to have that accountability. How long's Fabio Vieira been at Arsenal? And he just hasn't bulked for the Premier League. And if you don't bulk for the Premier League's going to eat you up. And it's let him up, and that's why he's not there anymore. You've got to have that mindset. Pardon? Yeah, exactly. And there's people ahead of him now, and he's got no chance of getting ahead of those people. He just hasn't. There's no way.
I mean, even though you look at Kai Havertz, like even he's still improving his game, and look how much muscle we put on over the summer.
He's a wonderful footballer. I love him. Yeah, you're right.
I don't actually go much on him, to be fair, Kai Havertz. I think Arsenal got a good chance this year with the guy out front. Eucharist. And now you've got Eze as well. I think you're going to go right close now. Right close. You're going to push Liverpool. But when you've had Havertz up front, I always said that we had the best German forward in the Premier League. And that Falkirk, but I've seen his first 3 games this year. I'm beginning to wonder.
It's definitely Havertz, mate. Havertz is so disrespected; it drives me mad.
Yeah, I know it does, but he's not an out-and-out goal scorer. It's like, and it's sometimes he's been pigeonholed like Scarp. I know he plays for Germany and all that. I get all that, but he's not a clinical goal scorer. You've got one now.
Yeah. You've got one. I agree with that.
And that could be the difference.
I think we've got to get fit. I don't think Eucharist is fit. I don't think he hasn't had a proper pre-season, has he? I think he needs to lose a little bit of weight.
Hopefully he comes back after the national break and he's a little bit more. I do agree with you there, Cal. He hasn't had enough of pre-season with Arsenal either. So I think hopefully he'll come back and he'll start doing what he was brought to do.
Yeah. Going back onto Fulkrug. Yeah, we'll do a quiz. Just quickly touch on Fulkrug. I've been speaking to a Werder Bremen YouTuber called Real Nico, and we was talking about Fulkrug, and he actually said he prefers Fulkrug to Havertz, and he's German.
Can you get us tickets for the game?
No, he can't. He did post it on his stream, which had about 1,500 viewers on there. Wow. He's a Real Nico. Go and have a look. If you can try and understand him in German, give it a go. But he does reply in English. So,
listen, mate, if he prefers Fulkrug to Havertz, his YouTube page ain't worth going to.
Right. Okay. On that note, let's get ready.
Well.
Sorry,
He's listening.
Right. Nick's sehr good, Nico. Nick's sehr good.
Ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. Right, okay, here we go. This is a new feature. Gladiators. Nero, to 0. So it's the Hortons. 0 to 0. This is a kind of spin-off to Gladiators with the gun and the cannon. So, Dad, what's your gladiator name going to be?
Oh, what did I say to you in the week? I did tell you. I forgot what it is now. What did I say?
The bypass.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
No,
what about Goldilocks? Goldilocks and the Bears. Yeah, Goldilocks.
The triple bypass.
Goldilocks. So we've got Goldilocks v the Horton brothers, the gun and the cannon. The ammunition, we should call you. That'd be a good tag team name, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, go on then. Yeah, go on.
Oh, he's got his Lego cannon out. Where'd you get that? £2, didn't it?
I've got my cannon, boys.
Right, okay.
I'll go get my iron. Wife's using it in a minute.
I hope she gives it to you when she cools down.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I've got a pen lid in my hand. Who wants to pick the pen lid? I'll let you boys decide who wants to go.
Go on, brothers, you pick.
Left.
Let Goldilocks pick it, it's all right.
I done. Let me put it in my hand this time. Go on, pick.
Left.
I'll have right.
There you go. Right. You're right. Right, would you like questions A or questions B?
A.
A, okay. So this week's theme is mascots.
Oh.
Right, this is from the Match of the Day book, forwarded by Gary Lineker.
Mascots.
Mascots. This is page 260 in the Match of the Day book. So, which teams?
What's on page 259 out of interest?
What's 261?
Do you want to know? Footballing Brains.
Yeah. Who?
Is it Brian's or
Footballing
Brains?
Brains. That sounds better.
No, Brian's.
Oh, that sounds better than mascots.
No, we do mascots. Right, so Hortons. Which teams do these mascots represent? Angus the Bull. So what club does Angus the Bull represent?
Bradford.
Callum, would you like to confirm that with your brother?
Rob, do you think it's Bradford?
Yeah.
I confirm.
It's incorrect. Dad, for the steal, who do you think it is?
Well, what about Aberdeen Angus? Aberdeen
Angus is correct.
Get in there. I'll do a
Listen, I thought it was going to be English leagues.
That's the Danny.
Right, question
That's
2.
the
Question 2. Fred the Red.
Oh, Fred the Red. It could be anything, couldn't it?
Who's answering?
Not you, Dad. It's the Hortons.
Good. I didn't know that one.
Hortons get the first 5.
All right. Okay.
Fred the Red.
What's the red? Is it like Fred the Red Devil? Is it like that, Cal?
Yeah, go on.
Fred
That
the Red
sounds good.
Devil. Fred the Red Devil. Man United.
What club's that? Man United is correct.
Yes,
Oh.
Rob.
Get in there.
Well done. Didn't know that.
Right, question 3.
Bang.
Cyril the Swan.
Oh, Swansea.
It's got to be Swansea, isn't it?
Swansea
That
is
makes
correct.
sense.
It's easy, that one.
Right. Billy the Badger.
West Brom. Badger.
I don't know. That's probably Bradford, mate. I don't know.
Oh yeah, go on. What is his name?
Billy the Badger.
Billy the Badger from Bradford.
It's
I know
incorrect.
I think he wears a.
No,
black
hang
and
on. We
white-
haven't agreed this yet.
Oh, right. It's not Bradford then.
I think he wears black and white. It's not Newcastle, is it? No. What's
That's the
Newcastle?
Magpie.
Oh yeah, Magpies. I think it's West Brom.
All right, then, fine.
West Brom is incorrect. Dad for the still.
Fuck's sake,
I don't know this. I'm going to guess. I'm trying to think someone black and white. Let's go someone like Notts County or something like that.
Incorrect, because they're also Magpies as well. It's Fulham.
Fulham?
Badgers?
In Fulham?
Yeah, Billy the Badger.
In Fulham?
Billy the Badger?
Right.
In Fulham? I can't believe there's Badgers in Fulham. It's just insane.
I think, is that a conspiracy theory? That's another conspiracy theory, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
Okay, right, here we go. So your final question. Hoopy, the Huddle Hound.
What's that?
Hoopy. That's a clue.
Oh,
there.
wait, I know that one. Who's
the Huddle Hound?
Who's the Hoops, Tony? Who's the Hoops?
No, it's Rob. It's me, not Tony.
He's picked his side.
Oh, right. Sorry, I just like playing quizzes.
The Hoops. Who's named
Hoopy,
the Hoops?
the Huddle
That's
Hound.
annoying. So I actually know what that is.
The Hoops. Who's the Hoops? I'll see you in a minute. No.
The Hoops.
Who are the Hoops? I know who the Hoops are. We know who the Hoops are. Who's Watford? Watford are the Hoops, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Who did Tony guess?
No, it's
Yeah,
guess it. It's us.
Oh, shoot. Oh, was it still on go?
Hoops. It's Watford.
Oh, is it
Watford.
Hull? Is it Hull?
What, do they wear hoops, do they?
You've only got another 92 teams to pick from.
Watford.
Go on, Watford.
Again, Watford is incorrect. Dad, would you like to do it for the still?
It ain't Celtic, is it?
It's Celtic.
Get in there.
2-2.
That's Scottish League ain't match of the day. That's nonsense.
I'm more
Right,
worried
Dad,
that your dad's got both Scottish clubs.
Yeah, man.
Dad,
Aye.
your question number one is Bubbles the Bear. No, I'm joking.
I don't know.
Scrumpy the Robin.
Scrumpy's like got to be Yorkshire, isn't it? Surely.
Rob,
Scrumpy
it's
Jack.
not us.
like,
It's
or
Tony.
It's
Shush.
Cornwall.
Rob,
I bet it's Plymouth. It's Plymouth.
Rob. It's not us, mate.
You know,
Shut up.
give us more.
It's Tony doing it, not us.
About Bristol
Scrumpy's from the
City.
south, isn't it? Like,
Rob,
Cornish
Bristol
out, isn't it?
City.
It's Cornish.
is he actually right?
It's Cornish cider, isn't it?
Robert, it's not us, mate. It's
What?
Tony doing it.
Oh,
I've got the next five.
sorry. Okay, well, there's my input.
Oh, God.
Cornish cider, Scrumpy Jack, Plymouth Argyle, I reckon. There's my 2 cents.
Shut up. It's not your go, mate.
All right, I'm sorry.
Right, Dad, what was your
Is
answer?
I said Bristol City.
Bristol City's correct.
I was close.
Right. Hangus the monkey, Dad.
Hartlepool.
Correct. Hartlepool.
Yes, I know why I know that one as well. I know why that one is.
Go on, tell us
behind that
that.
one.
Yeah, I know. Go on.
Because they thought a boat from France landed in Hartlepool, and they thought the monkey was the French, so they hung the monkey.
That's Jeff Stelling said that, didn't he? On Soccer
the monkey
Special or
hangers.
something. Yeah, please.
But
Yeah, the monkey
Kelly's
hangers.
dad was from Kelly's parents are both from Hartlepool.
Oh, right.
And when we went to when we went to the wake, they had like the whole. So Kelly's father passed away, and we went to the wake, and the place where we had the wake had the story, and there was
Yeah,
like
the hanging monkeys.
there was like there was a monkey wishing well in the docks near where we were staying as well. So I would have got that one.
Show me where you'll go, wouldn't it, Rob? Really?
No, the answer's Plymouth Argyle.
Right, okay. Dad, question 3. Broxy the bear.
Broxy. Oh, Broxy the bear. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at Rob trying to answer your question.
Broxy the bear. Broxy. Let's go. Oh, this is hard, this one. Broxy the bear. Let's go Bradford.
Incorrect.
Is it Ibrox? So is it Rangers?
Correct.
That's a good steal. That's a good steal, that. Yeah, well done.
What a shout. That is a fantastic
Get in
shout.
there. I always knew that Scotland were part of Match of the Day.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. Why is Scotland on Match of the Day book?
You said that about 10 minutes ago.
Why are you listening to me?
Sorry, I didn't think it was my go.
You got the Scottish version.
It's Gary McClinicker. I got him. Right. Question 4. Lucas the Cop Cat.
Lucas the what?
Cop Cat.
Oh, it's got to be.
Come on.
Hold on, it could be a. What's it here? Let's go. Oh, I'll go for Liverpool, the obvious, but it probably ain't. I bet I know the other one. I know what it is now.
The Cop though is no wait, hang on, because weren't Everton there first? Is that right? Is that right, Cal? Were Everton
were the first.
Is that
Liverpool?
No, but I mean, is that the whole point? Is that what? Like, is it a bit like how?
I'll give you a clue. It's not.
No, you didn't give me the clue, did you? Hey, it's favouritism there going on. You're on offside, aren't you?
Not favouritism.
No, wait. Is it Peterborough? Is it Peterborough? Cal.
Oh, no.
Well, go on, you've said it now, Peterborough.
No, you don't have to confirm it.
Are you sure? I ain't got a Scooby.
I mean,
it sounds good to me.
I feel like Adrian Durham talks about the Cop at Peterborough.
Yeah, go on, Peterborough.
Is that your answer?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
It's not Preston, is it?
No.
No,
Leeds United.
Yeah? I thought it was Preston at the Cop.
No, the
Cop.
And the last one is Sammy the Shrimp.
Sammy the Shrimp.
United. Southend United is correct. That's it.
4 miles
so
from me.
the final scores are 3 to the Horton brothers and 5 to Grandad's Our Job. So Grandad's Your Job is still on the throne.
How that by right?
Yeah, no, we got 5 out of 10.
That wasn't bad, was it?
Oh.
Yeah, because he stole 2 of your answers.
Oh,
You
yeah.
stole one of mine. You stole one of mine, actually. All right, Brox, that was a good call, that. Broxy the bear, that was good.
Well done, Tony.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Do you know about Scottish football?
Not really, no.
And next week's I don't. And nenext week's question is about Kenny Dalglish.
No, don't
not
do
the one
that,
for
mate.
Phoenix
Can't
Lions.
give us all the time.
I know what day. I know what his birthday is.
Is it the same as yours?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's
Same
good,
as me.
isn't it? Scandinavian players in Britain.
Adam, you're at the moment you're a 2 centimetre by 1 centimetre box. How are we meant to read that?
Scandinavian players in Britain.
Oh God.
No,
I know one. Odegaard.
This book was written in.
What about Haaland?
Yeah, Haaland's one.
This book was written in before Haaland joined, I think.
Well, you were born by
Where's
it.
Christian Nørgaard from?
Good Johnson.
Timo Pukki.
Good Johnson.
Timo Pukki.
Yeah.
Steve, what's his name? Schmeichel.
Yeah, Peter Schmeichel.
I had the other
I had a Good Johnson.
Yeah.
2013, this book was written up to.
Oh.
So the past 12 years are irrelevant.
No, I mean, I had a fringe then.
I've got pictures to prove that you haven't.
And not 13 years ago. Yeah, you leave them pictures off.
Yeah.
I've got pictures of you with nothing on, remember?
That was only last week. You keep that to yourself. Right. Breaking news this evening was the fact that this is Spurs talk for the next 15 minutes or so, but Daniel Levy has left. Daniel Levy has left Spurs. So, guys, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I heard that he was an Arsenal imprint anyway, and that he was just going in there to mess things up. So, I don't know what's happened.
So the past 24 years have been glorious. Yeah. Past 24 years, he's done his job.
Yeah.
It just might mean the banter times are over. That's all. If somebody gets someone good in, it just mean that the banter era is over, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's interesting because why has he left?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's just got the brand new stadium. They just got that brand new stadium. He's reaping the benefits of having that. They've just won a trophy. They're in the Champions League. You know, they're attracting players. Well, they're semi-attracting players in. Why is he? I mean, has he sold his shares, or is it? What is he just stepping down? What is it?
I don't know. I really don't know, to be fair. I don't know. But to me,
do you know?
his work. Couldn't be his Googling, probably. But I think like, he does all them deals, doesn't he? I mean, he always gets the best deal he can, can't he? Like, it's hard to deal against. And he done all right with West Ham, with Kudus and people like that. He won't sell a player unless he gets the asking price as well. So I don't think he can be that. It's got to be something else. Can
I just put my conspiracy hat on?
Come on then.
There we go. Right. So
He's been making that for the last hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's just the score sheets.
You're like Andy Pandy.
He's like a flower pot man.
That would be good now. Sorry, my camera keeps zooming in that. I actually think this is linked to the independent football regulators coming into effect, and I think you're going to see. I think this is the first of many high-profile chair people that are going to be stepping down from the club.
Can you explain?
And
that?
I think this is because this is a matter of him jumping before being pushed out of that position. So I'll give a brief as to what the independent football regulator is. So it officially began when the Football Governance Act 2025 came into force in July 2025, following its royal assent on the 21st of July 2025. It is expected its core duties will begin operating from autumn 2025. Now, isn't it a coincidence that Daniel Levy has stepped down, and the fact that the IFR comes into effect in October? Now, that seems a bit timely for me. He's waited all that time. He knew the government bill was going to be coming in place for the past 4 years since COVID, and he's decided to do it a month before it's come into effect. So I think that he's been pushed out of the door. He's walked before being pushed out the door. And this independent football regulator, we spoke about this last night, didn't we? Is that they have to set out guidelines that they have to meet financial criteria to ensure that they're fit and proper for running a football club. And a lot of these football clubs do not qualify for those guidelines. So Spurs are one of them. And because you've had the ENIC out brigade, you've had the fans that have always been against the club, the concessions that they've decided to not revoke. Was it the protection of over 66s? And West Ham are also coming through that as well in terms of the BS out petition. So I think you're going to see a lot of hierarchy changes at football clubs over the next year or so, and I think Levy is just the first of them. That's my conspiracy hat moment.
So because they've had a few people do demonstrations that they don't want him in, now they've got to prove that they can run the club. So before he has to prove he can run a club, he stepped down, even though he's done it for 25 years, and he's built him a billion stadium.
Or has he done something underhanded?
Yeah,
and it's going to come out in the wash. Don't know.
Yeah, because a lot of this is retrospective punishment for being persons in control of a football club. So obviously through COVID, there was an allowance by the government for them to boast financial losses larger for them to qualify for PSR. Everton was subjected to that. That's why they had all their punishments, because they tried to operate £180 million loss during COVID, which was the investment for their new stadium, whereas all other clubs were operating at a £30 million loss through tickets. So obviously there's a lot of things there going on, and Spurs were one of them. They projected a much bigger loss than what they anticipated. So it's about balancing the books unfairly. And again, this all links back to Man City's 115 charges as to why this has been held off until autumn 2025, is because now the football regulator will have to get involved with the Man City proceedings. And the same will apply to Chelsea with their, unpublicised 60 points charges with the Premier League, because obviously 116 is more high profile than what Chelsea's is. But yeah, I think this is just the first of many that's going to come through the door. And you look at Levy's most criticised moments at Spurs: managerial churn in terms of sacking Pochettino, hiring Mourinho and Conte, transfer mistakes, like expensive Floxen and Dombele, finance over trophies, prioritising the stadium and business deals while Spurs endured a long trophy drought, poor fan relations. Obviously back in the European Super League, which was against the fan, which caused the fan process, and just hard-nosed negotiating, like praised in business but often slowed down on transfers to put players off. So there's a lot of things there.
Adam, everything you've just said, every club in the Premier League could say that. Arsenal say that they had 20-odd years without a trophy, or without a Premier League. They've had, didn't buy enough players. All that out with Wenger, and then you got Unai coming in, and so every club would come under that one of them, or 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them categories. So then you're just going to get rid of every single board. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
Dad, can you just turn your TV down a bit?
I ain't got it on. That's then. That's your dad.
I can hear Nan in the background.
Hold on.
Listen,
Nan, Mum.
I'll mute him.
Yeah, but that could be any club. That could be any club in the Premier League. Isn't it?
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Sorry, Dad's just told me off.
I just told my mum off. Wait, I've got to click on it so she goes to bed. Otherwise, she's going to have a go at me.
She'll say, you carry on.
I've got tucking in yet.
Has he showed his shares?
Levy, I have a look. Hold on. I don't believe he has. I think he's just stepped down, because I think his sons have taken over his role.
No, they've got some geezer Christensen in or something. It's some fella Christensen taking his job over. Breaking news they had earlier on.
Is it not just the fact that he's had enough?
It could be.
No, I don't think so. I think because if he come out and said he had enough, then why would he do interviews saying we need to win the Premier League, we need to invest more, we need to do this, we need to win the Premier League after winning Europa League? You don't make statements like that.
Yeah, but everyone would make that statement. So Arsenal
What, from
after this
Spurs?
transfer window, they're going to go, well, we need to win the league. Arteta's been called in by what's his face, the Cronks. No, yeah,
Kroenke.
and said that he's been told that you need to win a trophy this year, a major trophy this year. I don't know. I don't know if you're reading too much in it. The pressures that you're talking about. I mean, you're probably right, but what I'm saying is the pressure that you're saying he's under, every single club in the Premier League is under that pressure as well.
Yeah,
And
it
especially
says
top
here,
eight clubs. Then you're talking about, well, Chelsea with all these mega contracts, is that going to come back and bite them in the arse and get them into debt at some point because they can't keep them going? Do you know what I mean? All it takes is a few, say they get 3 bad seasons where they don't get into top 8 or top 6, then all them big contracts and how much they're paying out, that's bad business as well. Everything's bad business. You've got to take a risk in business to get a payback, haven't you? And every club's going to take, have made some dodgy signing, or I mean, if that is the case, then every single club is going to have to get some tin tacked.
well, it says here, I'm just on BBC News now. It says Tavistock figurehead Joe Lewis, 88, is understood to have been a peripheral role in the decision for Levy to leave his post. Vivian and Charlie have been particularly visible at Spurs in recent months. Nick Butcher, the grandson-in-law of Joe Lewis, has also taken a greater involvement. BBC Sport understands that all the hierarchical changes over the past few months have led to today's announcement. The Lewis family have been forefronted all those changes, including the decision regarding Levy. Levy will remain a shareholder of ENIC, but will cease to have any direct involvement with the club. So,
isn't he married to Joe Lewis's daughter or something?
Don't know. I'm not googling that bit. But isn't that just a bit that it's not like thank you for your service, it's time to leave. He stepped down on his own accord. I think he's
perhaps there's something going on allegedly in his personal life, private life, that might
probably
come out.
transfer.
Something might be coming out. You seem to find things like that, don't you? Further down the line, something comes out. If you exonerate yourself from Spurs, they can't get any flack, can they? I don't know.
Bear in mind, Spurs Joe Lewis is the one that done inside trading and then handed the club over to a family trust. So he's just as dodgy as anyone else that owns a football club. And that's probably why it's been investigated. It would come under investigation for the IFR. But that's what they're put in place. They're put in place to ensure that clubs are being run the right way and not cheating the system.
Anyway, get away from that.
And to stop clubs like Sheffield Wednesday ceasing to exist, struggling to exist, and having a transfer ban because the ownership can't pay the players' wages.
Anything that happens badly to Spurs is good for me. That's the way I look at it. At the bottom line, I think we're all in agreement with that. Anything that goes wrong with Spurs, we're all on the same side. It's all great. It's all good. So they implode. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's. I don't know if you're reading too much into it, Adam. I could imagine internal arguments or internal problems, but it's just what a time to leave. Like I say, you've got a brand new stadium. You're absolutely raking money in. I know, obviously, he's keeping his share, so he's still going to get his cut if there is any cut. You're in the Champions League. You've had a good start to the season, other than the third game. Didn't they lose their third game? Yeah, 1-0, didn't they? Lost 1-0. Yeah. I don't know.
He likes to be the centre of attention, that fella, doesn't he? So, I can't see him dropping out of the limelight for no reason. There's got to be something in it.
Yeah.
We're not privy to that. It might come out in the wash later on down the line, but
yeah.
But anything happens to Spurs in a bad way, I think it's good.
Yeah.
The fans are seeing it as if it's a good thing. Because he's almost been the person that's held them back.
Yeah, the Spurs fans are going to love it.
Yeah, like the Spurs fans I've spoken to this evening, they're like, "That's great. We can finally kick on now. We're not being held back." It's like, really?
But
Like as Carol said, you know, they've just won a
done
European
well.
trophy.
He
They've got
done
a
well
brand
with
new
all the
shiny
transfers, though,
stadium.
didn't he?
Yeah,
He done well. I can't see what he done wrong. Actually, he was an hard nose to deal with. He wouldn't budge. If he wanted £50 million, he got £50 million. He wouldn't say 49. He wanted 50. He got it. He'd hold on. If he didn't like it, he'd stay. And that's what he done. So I can't see it, on that side of it what he could have done wrong. There's got to be something other than that. I reckon.
I think a lot of Tottenham fans feel like he didn't open the checkbook enough in terms of the quality of the players that they were buying. So, like, although we could speculate whether Tottenham have had good windows or spectacular windows, there's always been a question about how the money's been spent. So, like, if you look at when it's probably the easiest example to give, right? But if you look at the Bale money and the way that the Bale money was spent, it was shocking.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, but you say it's shocking. You say it's shocking. He spent all the money. It's just that he was trying to be clever with who he brought in and took maybe too big a gamble. Well, he did take too big a gamble on the players that he brought in, thinking they could do a job, and they couldn't.
But then if you look at them when Tottenham were, Champions League regulars, got to the final, like that was the time to really go big, and Tottenham fans never forgave him for that, particularly. That was the time to really go big with the club, and when they did eventually go big, the person they brought in just wasn't good enough. Like they brought in Ndombele, and he just wasn't good enough. And there were better players within the Premier League at the time that they could have bought and had more success with. So I think there's a lot of, and I don't, like I said, I don't care either, but having listened to Talk Short my fair share over the years, the fans weren't happy with the way that money was being spent. I think they were quite pleased with the business, with how they were selling players, but then they were going, well, where's the reinvestment then? That they sold Kane for 70. They sold Kane for 100 million, and they bought in Solanke. Now, there's nothing wrong with Solanke, but Spurs fans still generally weren't that happy with that. They were still name dropping other talents that they think the money could be spent on, because 70 million on Solanke is actually quite a lot of money when you factor in other players that would have been if easy examples. These players haven't done anything yet, but Delap was, you've got players like Delap who could probably have a higher ceiling than Solanke. You've got players like Pedro who could have been gettable then around about that time, who was at Brighton. So I think that there's a reason why. I think Tottenham fans have a right to feel a bit griped with Levy, but then at the same time, when the Lewises took over the club over 25 years ago, whenever it was, they said, we are here to run this as a business. And that's what they did. They've run it as a business. They've made it profitable. Levy did his job. And if he has got skeletons in the closet, it's going to come out, isn't it? So.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to take Dad's video off because I saw my nan in a towel.
No, nothing like that. Ain't that sort of household things, blimey.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't want to see my nan in a towel on YouTube.
I'm not right. Don't worry about it. You can see you on the towel. Yeah, look.
No, get out of here. What's going on?
Dad, you did that down, mate. I don't see my nan's beef curtains.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. That's my mum you're talking about. That's my mum you're talking about.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, I think it's 10 o'clock now. It's time to go to bed.
But Mary, Mother of Mercy.
Well, it's international break now, so there'll be no football, Premier League football, over the next week or so. I think the next hardcore is getting that on. Dirty. Right, okay, yeah. I don't even know who England's got. Who have England got?
Andorra, innit?
Andorra.
Yeah, it's Andorra.
Andorra and Serbia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that should be 2 easy enough games, right?
Well, you'd like to think so. Tuchel needs to get him out of the bag.
Don't know how Jordan Henderson still keeps getting picked.
No, well, Bowen's still there, isn't he?
Saka's injured, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Saka's injured.
He might play then.
Injured or injured?
Well, either way, it's good for us because he'll come back hopefully. Same as Saliba and the same as Odegaard. I don't think Odegaard's travelled either.
Yeah. Cup before country sort of comes to mind on that one, I think.
Yeah, I'll take that. I've got no shame in it. I'll take it.
All right then. Well, we'll leave it there then this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. Right. See you later, boys.
Right.
See you later. See you later. See you later,
Tony.
See you later.
Right.
See you later. Bye. Bye.
Hola, I'm a cheer, and we'll spill a bit of beer. Raise a glass to the past and the mates who ain't here. From Highbury to Upton Park, it's now Ashburton and Stratford for a lark. It's the Old Dad's Our Job podcast, the heart of the game.